Welcome to Flagstaff Arizona Living. My name is Tammy and I like to show you all around Flagstaff. I show you different houses and different neighborhoods, but today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to tell you 10 amazing things that you can do in Flagstaff, whether you're visiting for the first time or if you've lived here for a long time and you have family coming into town and everyone's like, what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to tell you what you can do. My very first recommendation would be to go to Walnut Canyon. I had actually lived here for 5 years before I first went to Walnut Canyon. And you know who told me about it? My brother, who lives in Utah. So he came into town and they went on TripAdvisor and they found, what can we do? So they went to Walnut Canyon, which is cave dwellers, historical sites. So there are stairs there. I have done it before with a baby on my back and it was not super comfortable, but it's doable. Also, my grandmother, who was 85 at the time, also was able to make the walk, but she was a pretty feisty lady. It has about 152 stairs, but you walk down and then you do a circle and you're able to see all these different homes where people would cook and where they would sleep. And you can also look across the valley and see other homes across the valley. So the cave dwellers would move with seasons or crops, and they just kind of migrated with time. It's really interesting to see. It's not that expensive. I think it's about $30 per carload. And also if you have like a senior pass, you can get in for free. If you can like go to see the Grand Canyon for free, you can also see Walnut Canyon for free. My second would be Bearizona with a B. And yes, just like it sounds, there's bears there. Lots and lots of bears. It's a drive-through wildlife park. There's also elk and bighorn sheep. There's buffalo. There's even a white buffalo. And you just get to drive through these different sections, taking your time, moseying through. You stay in the car. And then at the very end of the drive-through wildlife park, you're able to park your car and go inside Bearizona, where there's a petting zoo. They have the baby bears. It's called like the preschool and the kindergarten. You don't get to pet any bears, but you do get to see them a little bit more up close. They also have bird shows twice a day with falcons and other birds of prey. And it's pretty interesting because it's a small crowd, so you really get to see the birds up close. They also have food there. I think they have ice cream shops and they keep getting a little bit bigger each year, so it's really worth checking out. It's 30 miles west of Flagstaff and it's definitely worth a drive. I think it's maybe $20 to $30 per person. It is not per carload. Each person does have to pay unless you're like under 3, I believe. All right, so my third recommendation would be Lowell Observatory. They have large telescopes so you can look into the sky. It's actually where Pluto was discovered. It's near our downtown area. It's up the hill. We keep our lights down low. We are a dark sky city, and Lowell Observatory is one of those reasons why our lights are low. Anyways, that's definitely worth checking out. My fourth recommendation would be to go on a local hike here in Flagstaff. We have hikes that could just be walking through the woods all the way up to going to the top of a mountain that's, 11,000 feet high. So one of the smaller hikes is called Fat Man's Loop, and it's 3 miles round trip. It's over on the east side of town near the mall. It's across from Savers and Safeway. There's a little parking lot there. It does get crowded fast, so you can either circle the parking lot or you could probably park across the street, but be careful because it's a busy like 5-lane highway, so please use one of the stoplights to cross. And it's not too difficult. There's definitely some elevation, but that's a fun one. You get a little view of the city when you get to the top. Another fun hike is Humphreys Peak, which is our tallest mountain in Arizona, and that's more like an 8-mile round trip. You do need to be careful because if you try to hike Humphreys in May or June, there's still going to be snow about halfway up the trail and it would be very difficult to get up and down. And then in the summertime we have monsoon season, so there is thunder and lightning and people have been hurt at the top before. When you get to the very top, it's like being on Mars. There's nothing up there, there's no trees, and so when the monsoon hits, you have to be in the tree line. So just be careful and check the weather, but those are both really fun hikes. My fifth recommendation would just be to go take a walk at Buffalo Park. There's this really cool statue of a buffalo there. There's a walking path that's either 1 mile or 2 miles, and oftentimes you'll see deer and elk roaming around there. There's also little equipment if you want to do some exercise, kind of like those little exercise parks where you can do pull-ups or climb a rope, different fun things like that. So the kids will have something to look forward to if they are with you. My sixth recommendation would be to go downtown Flagstaff. Downtown Flagstaff has historic buildings and it has all sorts of shopping, whether you're looking for art, crystals, clothing, outdoor gear. We have lots of outdoor gear shops because a lot of people are coming through our town to go to the Grand Canyon. And then there's all kinds of different food, whether you want sushi or ramen, Mexican food, lots of Thai food. It's a great place to go as well. And also at Heritage Square, it's like the middle of our downtown. We might have different music going on there. My seventh recommendation would be to go up to Snowbowl. That is our ski resort. Whether you are going in the summertime or in the wintertime, you can enjoy the beautiful area. The parking lot of Snowbowl is also where the Humphreys hike starts. So if you're going in the summertime, you can take the gondola up to the top. I don't know if you can use your mountain bikes up there, but you can definitely ride the gondola up and down. If it's wintertime, only snowboarders and skiers are allowed up there unless you're just dropping them off or picking them up. But I think that the lift in the summertime closes middle of October. We usually get our first snowstorm in early November, and then ski season starts late November and goes through April. So then maybe in May or June, the gondola would be open again just for views or for hiking around. It's really just a beautiful sight to see, so might as well take advantage. My eighth recommendation would be to go to our small downtown theater. It's called Theatrikos, and it's just a small town playhouse. All of our actors are local. They do a great job, put on a great performance. In the summertime, they even have acting camps for the kiddos. It only fits maybe 100 to 200 people inside of it, so it is a small town, homey feel kind of play. It's really fun. My ninth recommendation would be to do a haunted downtown tour. So you'd have to find one of those online, but I've seen them walking around before, and it definitely looks like a good time. I have not heard any of the haunted stories yet, but I would recommend it if you want a spooky evening. My 10th and final recommendation would be to check out Northern Arizona University. They have a lot of different boarding events that happen on campus. They have a really cool swimming center and tennis center that was just built. It's brand new. They also have a Nutcracker performance November and December, and then they have different choir performances. So there's a whole list of things that you can do at NAU, and it's also just a really beautiful campus. So those are 10 of my ideas that you can do in Flagstaff. Of course, there's probably 100 more. So I'll definitely make some more movies for you guys if you're interested. Thanks for joining me. If you want to like and subscribe to my page or tap the bell for notifications, you'll be able to see all the videos that I put out about Flagstaff. Have a great day.